Hey Sal. All right, so what we're going to be doing is multi-row variable sets. And if you go into the docs page, I put this link in the bottom of the YouTube video. But this is adding a variable set. And we're going to be doing a multi-row variable set here. Okay, and what that's going to look like is, so here I'm in a catalog, okay, and item, and you end up with this grid. Okay, so here I've done two of them. I can go ahead, I can edit these, or if I want to add another person, I can just hit add, and then each of these are variables. All right, so these are questions that you put in your multi-row variable set. So for you, for your use case, you would put in like RAM and OS and everything that you need to know about that. So here, I'm just going to do, so I have a few of these set up here, and I can just say this week, and then let's say they're doing situational. Well, then the UI policies still take effect in here, and then hit add, and boop. And so they could add as many as they want. Okay. Now this is a catalog item. It's not a record producer. So we're going to handle it differently in the flow. But the first step is to create this, and then I'll make a second video about how you handle it in the flow to use each of these variables to create a data requirement. Okay. And we might do that one over video. But this one is just, this video here is just so you can set up a multi-row variable set. Okay, and then you're going to add that into a catalog item. So we're going to go here. So from here, click on all, and then you're going to type in variable sets. Okay, so we're just going to go here to variable sets. Okay. All right, so then from here, I can go ahead and click on new. So we're just going to add a new one. And it's going to say, well, do you want to do a single row or multi-row? We want to do a multi-row. So you just click on that. Click on the blue thing. Those are just examples underneath it. All right, so we're going to call this, Sal's example. All right, and then we just want it to be one column wide, and that's about it. Now right click at the top and hit save. Okay, so now you define your variables within that variable set. Okay, so let's do 3 of them. All right. All right, so we're gonna see, it doesn't allow you to map to field. That's because it's a catalog item and not a record producer. So we're gonna do one that's like amount of RAM. So this is gonna be like a choice. Multiple choice. Or we'll just do a yeah, I think that'll be fine. All right, and then we'll say choice direction is down or across. We could do that. We want to include none, and don't have any extra permissions or availability. All right, you can put in your show help. I think you know how those work. So on this one, I'm going to click save because I got to enter in my choices, right? So now I'm going to come here to my choices. I'm just going to say, 64 gig. Okay. I want to say like 128 gig. Okay. and 256. All right, not very exciting. We're going to put these in order. So we're going to do this at 200, this at 300. Okay, update that. All right, so we got one variable. Let's do another one. And I think you know how variables work, so we'll just do, this one will just be, name of machine. All right. And they can go ahead and add that. We'll do this order of 200, so that'll be the second question. All right, we'll do this in order of 100 here. Then our third question will be, we're going to look up, I just want to reference another table. So we're going to reference, we'll do, class maybe, or name a machine. We got gigs, we want maybe OS, but that's not really a lookup, that would be a multiple choice. We could do select box. Okay, so I can't think of a reference one, but maybe you can. Okay, so we're gonna do a select box. It's gonna say, okay, where is that choice table? And maybe we want to do it on the part of, we can do CMDB CI table. I'm just trying to think of things on the fly here, Sal, so you might want to fast forward. All right, so we'll do application. Let's try that. All right, we'll use the choice field. Manufacturer, maybe? I don't know. We'll try that. Okay. Hey, so you get the point. So those are, boom. Now you can go ahead and put in UI policies to show one, if not the other. But this is it. Sal's example is our variable set. Okay. So now we want to add that variable set. We got to create a catalog item. Okay. So I'm going to go into my App Engine Studio here. Okay. And I got here's the one that I've been using. Anyways, you go into yours. And you can go ahead and you want to go into experience. Oh. All right. I don't know why I can't. 1 second. Well, I can't. Okay. Anyways, let's go back here to home. Try this one here. Huh. Weird. Well, I'm going to create an app. Call it Sal's example app. Okay. Huh. Weird. Okay. So here we go. Fix my App Engine. So now we're in App Engine Studio, and you can go to Experience. We want to do a new experience. You can choose standard catalog item. All right. Then from here, we'll just call it Sal's example. Trying out multi-row variable sets. All right. Now, we can go ahead and edit this. All right. And you're going to include in here, all the questions that you want on that data requirement form. Okay. And so then when I go into here, when you go to, I'll put it in I'm going to put it in a catalog real quick, just so we can find it. I have a lot of catalogs. In the category. So if you don't do, as you know, if you don't do a catalog and category, then it's not in the portal. Okay, so we're going to go to questions, and we're going to go here. We're going to say question set. All right, we want to do Sal's example. Okay, so that's the variable set that we're going to put in there, and so it's a multi-row question set. And then I'm just going to do a couple others. Tags like, how old are you, right? And notice it doesn't ask me to map it to a field. That's because these are all catalog items. So these are variables. They're not being mapped to a specific table yet. Okay. All right. And then we'll go to fulfillment. Oh, we need the flow in here. You know what? For now, we're just gonna pick. You can pick any flow. Okay. And then we're gonna review and submit. We can change that later. Okay. All right. Settings. I'm actually gonna take out delivery time, and we want this to be, we don't want to order it, we just want to submit it. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that we want. Okay, if there's anything in this wizard that you want to change, let us know, but we can change in the back end. So there's our catalog item. Okay, so let's get that far. Once you're that far, okay, then I'll do another video on how we do the flows. I'm going to give you a sneak peek here into what the flow is going to look like. Okay. While it's loading, let's go out to the Employee Center. Let's look at that Sal's example. Okay. Oh, here's the flow. So it's just processing real quick. Now I'm just waiting for the Employee Center to load. Okay. So here's our portal, right? And we want to look up Sal's example. Okay, so here it is. Now it's on the portal. Okay, so now we have, here's our multi-row variable set, and then the added question that we have in there, right? So I can go ahead and say, you know, what is the OS? Oh, I pointed it to a bad table. Sorry about that. Oh, the RAM. I'll have to go check, see what I did with that one, and then add that. Okay, then you can add more, put in, you know, there, 23, right? Then hit submit. Okay, so we got that. This is what the flow looks on the back end. So the trigger, you're gonna pick service catalog. The next thing you do is you get these catalog variables. And so you're gonna say, hey, this is the name of your catalog item, and then it'll capture all the variables that you've put in there. Okay, and then that'll put it on the right hand side so we can use it in our the rest of our flow. So then what we do is, you know, if there's more than one line, then we say, okay, for each item in that multi-row variable set, we're gonna create that record, the data requirements record. And then we're gonna update that requirement record with all the information that we got. So it's for each line item, we're creating a separate data requirements record to be fulfilled. And then that way we can capture all the information. So this is one way that you can go about it. Depends what you want the end piece to be. Well, what'll happen here is you'll end up with 4, let's say 8 data requirements records that all point back to the main ordering onboarding request. And then they'll fulfill each of those according to those requirements. And each of those can go through their own workflow. Yeah, and then that way they can order multiple items and you can treat them all differently. And if maybe those items actually have workflows behind them, so that could do it as well. But okay, so that's what it's going to look like. So I'll when you're done creating the item, then maybe it would be good to do a video, and we could walk through this together and work with this service catalog item and the flow. All right. Hey, hope this helps. I'm going to hit stop now, and let me know how it goes. All right. Thanks, Sal.